I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Vista. Smoke me out, fam, with all the dankest and dank shit. On my left, the oldest ninja in the world. Old ninja.
Yeti and Bigfoot for president. There you
On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke people out on the threes and fours, Chronos.
Back at it like a crack addict.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
I'm just a little old-fashioned, and I can't help being that way.
As you sip your old fashioned. You ain't slick.
Quoting Babyface.
Good stuff, man. We back up in here. What we're gonna start with some stats. What are we doing?
All right, stats is first in the chat is Steve, your boy Zor, and also Patrick. Hello to both of you.
Oh, nice.
I'm not even.
shout out to Patrick. Yeah, Patrick and I hung out 2 weeks ago. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He came out to the bay, so we hung out. We went to a brewery.
Which one did you guys go
Where
to?
where the hell was my invitation?
Huh?
Where the hell was my
He
invitation?
came.
Ooh, you breaking up?
Yeah.
No, you're breaking up, dude.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah.
We went to Bear Bottle.
Bear bottle. Okay, gotcha.
Bear bottle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and also listener of the week is once again Zor, Steve, who's in the chat. So there you go, it's doubling up.
Good shit. Very nice.
Quick shout out to I went to Devil's Canyon Brewery today. Shout out to Olga. Yes, that's really her name. She was a bartender there. She served me some really good beers, and she's just all around just nerd. She had like cool like tattoos on her arm. She had a tattoo of Danny Darko, but with Danny Darko being Link, which was pretty cool. It looked pretty dope. And she had like the ghost from Mario. She had that little mask that Link wears in I think it's Orchid of Time. But yeah, she had some pretty dope Nintendo tattoos on her arm. That was pretty cool. I told her about the podcast. A little fun fact: the owners of Alpha Acid used to work at Devil's Canyon, and they spun off and created their own brewery, but they're still kind of connected, which is pretty cool.
What city is this one in?
Devil's Canyon is in San Carlos, and Alpha Acid is in Belmont.
Same thing.
Yeah, they're right next to each other.
Good shit.
Yeah, literally, once you get off the freeway from Redwood City, you like cross the street and you're in San Carlos. It's like right there.
There you go. Are we pouring out anything, old engine?
I'm
you pouring out them garbles. Nah, we're gonna have to cut your mic.
So I'm gonna skip it this week, but I have some, so we'll just do it next week.
All right.
I have unfortunately one, and it's somebody that I know, which kind of sucks. So Shirley Peak passed away last Saturday morning after kind of a long battle with cancer, and she's the wife of my main jiu-jitsu instructor. So she was one of the nicest people that I've ever met. She was super cool. She leaves behind 2 kids. One just graduated high school, and the other one is, I believe she's in college. So, yeah, it was super sad that happened. And, when it's somebody that you know that's around your age, it's just like, we're getting to that age, but also we ain't that fucking old. So, yeah, that's
It's coming.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Shirley.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but to be honest, we're all probably going to be dead by fall. Just saying.
The nuclear winter is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
you can't hug your kids with nuclear arms.
Oh, you can't hug your kids if you ain't got no arms. The fuck?
Look, I plan on being one of them ghouls from Fallout for like the next 10,000 years.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be one of the ghouls from Adventure Times.
There you go.
Those guys.
No, I'm probably going to be based on where we all live. We're probably all going to be incinerated anyway. So just saying.
No, because they'll probably bomb the major city, and usually, I mean, depending on the size of the bomb, you probably wouldn't die right away. You probably
I'll probably have radiation poisoning. Yeah.
If you can get out of there fast enough. I mean, there's a story about a guy in Japan who happened to be in Nagasaki on, I think it was like August 6th, 1945. And so, unfortunately, he was in the vicinity when the first bomb dropped. So he actually saw it, saw the Enola Gay, I think it was Enola Gay, fly over, and he was like, "What is this? Like, there shouldn't be any planes here," because he was, Japan was at war, and he saw the bomb actually drop.
God damn.
And so he knew that it was like a bomb. So he got down and into like a brace position, and the bomb went off, and he got pretty fucked up, but he lived. And then 2 days later, he got home to Hiroshima or whatever the other way around is. He got nuked twice,
God damn.
God
and
dang.
he survived both of them, and he lived until he was 93 years old, and he even had two children.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
The only
Lord.
thing I'm going to interject is there are much more powerful bombs now.
Oh
And
yeah,
there's a
yeah, for
lot
sure.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, what's crazy is after the atomic bomb dropped, within 10 years, they had the hydrogen bomb, which is 100 times more powerful than the atomic bomb. And they literally destroyed an island in the Pacific with one bomb.
mhm.
Like, what the fuck? And now, since then, we have even more powerful bombs than that. So, like, what the fuck? We finna die. Insane.
Yeah. Yeah. It's some scary times. I mean, obviously, I think everybody on the fucking planet knows, but we have Israel and the U.S. separately, but also kind of together at the same time, bombing Iran, and we don't know what other countries will potentially join in to this. But it's real deal. It's real deal. They allegedly have a tenuous ceasefire going right now, but it's tenuous at
I
Apparently,
best.
don't think there's actually a ceasefire. Like I think,
yeah, I believe they're firing today. Apparently,
yeah, like Trump said there was a ceasefire, but he didn't talk to nobody. Like you can't just sit there and put out a truth or a tweet or whatever and be like, "Oh yeah, there's a ceasefire" when you didn't talk to nobody. Like get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Correct. Correct.
So there needs
And
to
then
be
and
like
then
negotiations and agreements. Not just assuming that just because I said something that they're gonna stop. It's like, dude, you're like one of the least reliable people ever, especially when it comes to like treaties and shit. So why would either one of them listen to you at this point?
Well, the biggest thing for me though is, I mean, if we're gonna call balls and strikes, Iran got attacked out of nowhere when they were in negotiations with the
Yeah,
U.S. Like let's just be clear, and Israel did that. It it was uncalled for, and just like a basically, to use the whole World War II analogy, it was a Pearl harboring of Iran. But folks
what's
don't like
crazy is
folks don't like
when
to call it that.
Iran retaliated, like there was no casualties. Like I guess apparently they notified people saying like this was going to happen. So all the bases that they actually retaliated against were empty. I mean, they were.
No,
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 they got
no.
intercepted. Yeah, the bases were not empty. I used to be at LUD. You can't empty that base.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about. Okay, I was mentioning when I was saying no. I was talking about in terms of when Iran got first bombed. I think on the 13th of June, something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
There were definitely casualties.
yeah.
No, I thought when the bombs that Iran retaliated with, there was no casualties because the bases were empty.
You saw when Iran like attacked the United States base?
Yeah.
Yeah, the base was not empty. It was just they got intercepted. They shot out. I think it was 6 rockets or I think it was 6 rockets or missiles. Doesn't matter which one, but they all got intercepted. They only did like 6, which is like not a lot. And yeah, LUD is a really big base full of like a whole bunch of shit. So it's the biggest base in the Middle East, and they're not just going to pick up and leave in any reasonable time frame. So there's a lot of shit there.
Fair enough.
That's where I used to be. Like, before I came back to America in 2010, that's where I lived. Was LUD Air Base in Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're talking about stuff that's super recent, but can we rewind the tape a little bit because we weren't on last week, but some other crazy shit went down we didn't even talk about. There was an assassination of Congress members Like two Congress members were killed. Two of them were injured by one man who claims that Tim Waltz sent him on a kill mission so that way he can get their Senate seats.
Which is
And
dumb
like he
because
literally murdered these people in cold blood.
Yep.
It's wild shit. And the thing is, this is since 2020. This is the second assassin. Well, I don't want to say assassination attempt because the last time the governor of Minnesota, they had a terrorist, or I want to say terrorist, even though they didn't say because they said they were a militia squad or whatever. There was a plot to kidnap the Minnesota governor,
Yep.
kidnap her, ransom her, and possibly kill her. And the plan was thwarted, so she was safe. But this is the second time in 5 years this shit's happened in that state, or
Yep.
something heinous in that state's happened.
well, that
Like
one.
what the
Sorry,
fuck?
Governor Whitmer. She was in Michigan, not Minnesota.
I thought she was Minnesota.
No,
No,
No?
Michigan.
Oh
Yeah.
She's
shit.
Governor of Michigan.
Okay, so then my fault. But
It's still
I
political
mean,
violence, but you know.
political violence instead. And those two states are very close to each other. Well, I guess close enough, but still.
They start with M's.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, the one thing I will bring up as well is the senator or the governor of Minnesota was talking to Trump about political violence, that no party should have fear of political violence. Granted, there's been political violence literally for hundreds of years. I mean, to be honest.
I mean, from the
But
jump, people used to actually get
January 6th.
people used to get shot and beat the fuck down in Congress.
Yep.
So
yeah. But even so, I mean, if you go back to literally the Greeks, I mean, look what happened to like Socrates and fucking Caesar. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
like back then, political violence, it's been a thing. It's unfortunately an unfortunate part of human history. But uh, going back to, current events, the Minnesota governor was talking to Trump about no one should be in fear, no party in the U.S. should be fear of political violence, and yet he is contemplating pardoning the group of men that tried to kidnap her.
yeah.
Let me say this again. The group of men
Yeah.
that were planning to kidnap, ransom, and possibly unalive her, he was contemplating pardoning them. And he told her this to her face, and she had to call him and be like, she said she was super worried and concerned that he was even considering this.
Yep.
Well, and let's also, I mean, just to be, I guess, fair. I mean, Trump was a victim of political violence too. I mean, he literally got shot. So if that was, it seemed to be relatively real. So
maybe.
yeah, but that's political violence.
All the more reason about him contemplating people committing violence to his Congress members and him pardoning them. I think that's still just as wild that he would even consider as much.
Mm-hmm.
So, with him lashing out against Democrats, trying to apparently there's this thing about him being able to deport anyone, including U.S. citizens, if you speak out.
They've already done.
They've already passed it. Yeah,
No,
I've
no,
heard dealings.
No, they've already done it.
Yeah, they're doing it on accident, but
Yeah,
people have been
okay.
deported. And just like
So,
that,
but I'm seeing that they're trying to pass legislation on this shit.
no, that's not going to pass. Like,
Isn't that in a big beautiful bill?
They're not going to. No,
Maybe.
they're not going to pass legislation on that because all the people in Congress that say yes to that bill, that's political suicide. They would all get voted out. So
They should.
They should get voted out, but
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, they should.
We saw
But
that shit with the Democrats
what
today.
should happen? I mean, to be honest, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, whatever her name is, those people should be voted out, but they ain't. In fact, they got elected to extra terms. So
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen, but regardless of that, I mean, when something's already underway, which is what's happening, and I think we mentioned it a couple weeks ago because we didn't cast this week. Just to be really clear, it's been a bipartisan, long-standing increases in deportations under Biden and Trump and and Obama. I mean, it's happened a lot. It's theatrical right now, sadly, and the ICE agents in their masks and all of that and everything with ICE. but there is there was more deportations under the Biden first 6 months, whatever it was, than there actually were now. Just from a statistical standpoint, doesn't matter. It's still fucking foul, but
But
you keep funding them.
were they like legit ones where they're just grabbing people off the street, or were they like actual? They had hearings and
They had hearings. Yeah, that's the thing is that they
so at
go
least they
through.
had some kind
Yeah,
of.
they go through the normal process where there's a hearing and all that shit. And like so, like last year, what was it? It was I think it was over 312,000 people got deported last year as of like November 2024. So yeah, that's a lot. And like this year, it's way down because they're going through like all these extraordinarily dumb measures to get people, and it's not even a lot of people. Like they're just getting people that are like going to work or going to like try to get their legal status, renewed or whatever. The way they're doing it before, that was like the quiet way, was like literally finding like the actual criminals and getting them removed, or people that overstood the visas. But they would do it when they gave them chances and they had time to have their chance in court. But the way they're doing it now, like they're not doing that, and that gums up like the whole system. So
Yeah, some
Yeah,
shit I saw today. There was a dad who I guess he was like some kind of contractor, and he was doing something for some retailers, and ICE agents grabbed him, and he has like 3 sons that are in the military, but yet they detained him and like they basically beat him up. Like they hit him with like
yeah,
batons and stuff, and like threw him into the unmarked vehicle and just like drove away. It's like, and his kids are here in the U.S. In the military, and it's like, damn, like here his kids are fighting for their lives for our country, and yet their dad was fucking detained because craziness, basically.
yeah. There was
let
another one that was even crazier. Well, it's kind of just as crazy. It was a former Marine. He's a veteran, and he has 2 kids. They're young kids, and his wife got detained when she was renewing her green card in court. And
Mm.
yeah, and he has like a baby.
let's be really clear though too. I mean, this is very specific targeting of brown people. Like
Yeah, yeah,
overwhelmingly. Like it's not just some random white guy, a Bass Pro Shop might have been from Canada. No, that's not what they're doing. You know what I mean? They're definitely going after anybody who looks of Latin descent, and regardless of your citizenship status, and asking for papers and shit, and just arresting people, just pulling people, locking them up and pulling people aside in their unmarked vehicles with their masks on. You don't know who they are. You don't know if they're
yeah.
Nope.
legitimate.
They got her up on the wrong people. Like seriously, they keep saying this for officer safety and all this stuff, but it's like, yo, you're up on the wrong people, and you're dressed in like normal clothes and like have something up over your
See,
face. Like
they're
you might get shot in the wrong place.
they're
So
not going after like the real criminals, because those guys you don't
yeah,
want to run up on with mask on. They're
yeah,
just going after like innocent people, because ain't no guy at well maybe, but nobody at like the Home Depot is gonna be packing, or the guy that's in the back of some restaurant fucking flipping burgers or washing dishes.
Yep.
yeah. There's already been a report of people that are dressing up like the ICE agents
Oh
and
yeah,
just like kidnapping people, or
Yeah.
robbing them. So because it's super easy to do,
Yeah. But going back to the case in Minnesota, was it, and maybe this got debunked, but I thought I heard initial reports that this person was dressed up as an officer.
yeah, he was. He even had
Oh
a
yeah,
police vehicle too.
he showed up in a police uniform. That's how he gained
Yeah,
access to the house.
yeah. He also had a police vehicle, but it wasn't properly marked. Like, I mean, he
No.
had like decals on the sides to make it look like a police vehicle, but yeah, he even had a car that looked like a police vehicle.
Hey, I will say this, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but everybody hates the folks in those Crown Vics that aren't cop cars, but kind of
Oh,
look like
Mhm.
cop cars when they get behind
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. I
for
really can't.
sure. And they have a bike rat too, which even makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what they're
Fuck
doing.
them.
Or they
What's
still
funny?
or they still have the floodlights on the side. Yeah,
Yes.
just in the
Yeah.
understone. Yeah. Woo.
You know what's funny
Ooh.
now? Like so in California they have these quote unquote stealth, cop
Oh
cars
yeah,
now.
Mhm.
CHP.
My radar detector detects the fuck out of them. I saw one and I was just like, oh, like K-Bam was lit all the fuck up. I was like, you ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling me.
Mhm.
They're Durangos, by the way. So
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
but Yeah,
Oh, that
but
makes so much fucking more sense.
Yeah.
if you didn't know, if you didn't like see it, like if you didn't know that that's what the arrow looked like, you'd have thought it was just like a regular Durango. But like
Yeah.
even like the
Mhm.
logo of the California CHP logo is like a grayish color, so it kind of blends with the paint.
Which is they're supposed to be clearly marked cars, but whatever. We're just bending the rules all around. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, based off what Cronus just talked about, I've seen one of these Durangos pull someone over. The lights were in the grill,
yep.
so they're not on the top, and I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I'm like, wait, I'm like, what the fuck? This dude has so the back his back the bed of the truck had lights on the rims of it, but if they were not on, there's no way you could tell just glancing at it, even following him. I would never have known. But I saw him pull someone over. I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck is it? This super, and I didn't see any California anything. I didn't see any kind of law enforcement marking at all. It looked like a normal black truck, like some
What's
is going to Home Depot with that
what's
shit.
really crazy? Kind of jump back to the Minnesota thing with the guy who killed the two is it senators? What was their roles again?
They were both senators. I think one was a representative, but also he went to another couple where there were representatives. I think one was a representative and the other one was a senator. But he killed
What
two. He killed two
so
senators and
what's crazy about all this is that I have not heard any terms thrown around saying that this was a terrorist attack or he was a terrorist, but freaking we got Luigi who allegedly killed the CEO of a healthcare company, but yet they marked him as a terrorist. So I think that's kind of interesting that there's double standards, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's always a convenient label when you want it, and then not always consistent on the flip side.
hmm,
So there's
I
a
thought
lot to it.
I thought it's proportional to how much money the victim had. The more money they had, the more likely they're a terrorist.
Basically. Whatever happened to Luigi? Where's
He's
the
He's
status on
in
still
that?
jail.
he's still
He's still in jail.
aren't they doing the trial? Is the trial still going on?
I don't know if the trial
Yeah.
started, but he's been having preliminary hearings, like pleas and stuff, and other promotional stuff. I haven't seen the actual trial go down, so
It's
at
been
least
going
not.
on.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure if it was, it'd be on TV.
Yeah.
100%.
No,
Well,
I think they're not doing it because the way that he went about killing that dude, I think it would just spawn a Mario. So
Get
yeah,
Mario, get
honestly,
Pikachu in there,
yeah.
Yoshi.
Oh my god!
also, don't forget though the overwhelming support for this man, like both inside and outside. Obviously, in these internet streets, everybody was pretty much cheering. A lot of people were pretty much cheering for him. But inside the goddamn prison, he got a fresh fade line up. You know what I mean? Eyebrows did. Folks
I mean,
wanted
this dude.
everybody to know that he was looked after.
So there's people donating money to his case. There's people sending him fucking care packages and gifts. So yeah, I get it.
Wasn't also videos from outside the jail of people like screaming like "Free Luigi" or something like that? Wasn't there like?
Oh,
They're
oh,
probably still doing that.
oh, he's an international like fucking sex symbol. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's getting panties thrown at him left and right.
If he wasn't in jail, he'd be drowning in pussy. So
Yep.
just
Oh
saying.
god dang!
And we all
God
know
dang!
what
I
you do
want
when
to
you're
stick.
drowning in pussy.
That's
I
probably
want
how
to
they.
segue to
If he gets the death penalty, that's probably how he'll die, drowning in pussy.
Damn.
Damn.
That should be
Conjugal visit.
last meal.
Oh shit! I just had a thought. So, what if this motherfucker gets the death penalty, but someone argues that he gets death by snoo snoo?
I mean,
Ooh.
The hell of a way to go.
Oh shit! That'd be a hell of a way to go. But he'd have you see his body with the fucking big ass smile on his fucking corpse. Like that'd be wild shit.
So I mean, we're still on a political talk, but
Well, we
I
can.
think
I kind of want to segue, but wait.
I lived my whole life never hearing a president drop an F-bomb. You guys saw that shit today? Where Trump
mean-
got
well,
pissed off?
not in public. I've heard that. I mean, Nixon was
Oh,
an
yeah.
asshole. He like behind the scenes, Jesus. But
Yeah,
no,
but he's
you
and
know who
also
was-
he's not dealing.
You know who was worse to me? Fucking LBJ.
oh,
He was too. Yeah, he was. But you know who also? He's actually quoted as dropping the F bomb is FDR. He was dropping F bombs.
I believe it.
So
I believe it.
he there's a famous thing I guess he was meeting with the British Prime Minister. I think this was a UN meeting or some shit like that. But he dropped a fat ass F. Or no, it wasn't UN. But he dropped. There was some kind of coalition, and he was pissed, and he dropped the F bomb, and like he's like quoted with the F bomb. I can't remember the exact quote, but I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but just the way that he casually dropped that in, especially when he's literally talking about one of our allies, was kind of, the guy, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Like, he literally doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know how to negotiate. He's not a great deal maker. He's not, his political power is waning at this point because he doesn't know when to actually stop things from going too far because he doesn't have any self control, which I'm not surprised because he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He's not used to hearing no. So, yeah, I mean, seeing, Israel just be like, no, we're just going to keep bombing Iran. Like, I'm not surprised. And, like, all the guy has to do to stop all that is like, okay, hey, guess what? Like, we're not giving you any more munitions. That would stop the whole thing.
He doesn't have the balls, though. And just to be clear, Biden didn't have the balls either.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean,
and neither would Kamala. That's why I voted for Jill Stein. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The singer?
No, she was the Green Party candidate.
Oh, okay. I think somebody had mentioned like whenever there's debate, they should have like I know some other network need to have like a different debate. Just let Americans know that there's more parties than just the red and the blue, the fucking Crips and the Bloods. But like we have the Greens, we have the free, Independent Party. Like there's a lot of different parties out there outside of the two main ones.
But
and you can vote for yourself. You put your name on that ballot.
But they literally don't let that happen because there's so much money invested in keeping it exactly this way.
Oh yeah. That's why they're trying to push the whole, they've got stuff for a nuke now. I'm just like, yeah, okay. Literally, this is, back in 2002, 2003, said the same thing about Iraq. We didn't find shit.
Yep.
You know what you need to like have a nuke? You need to test the nuke. So like, I think at some point you need to like see like when they tested it because you can't. This is the crazy thing about nukes. Like if you launch a nuclear weapon anywhere, everybody else is gonna fucking nuke you. That's why it's mutually assured destruction. That's why we don't have nuclear wars. But if you're dumb enough to launch one that you haven't tested and it hits anywhere near anything, even if you just fucking launch it, you're fucked. Like your whole country's fucked. Yeah. So like they would have to test it. And there has not been enough evidence that I've seen, or I don't give a shit what the government currently says. I don't believe them when they say that they were so close to having a nuclear weapon because they've literally been saying that for like the past 30 goddamn years.
Yes.
And they haven't produced anything.
Yeah. So hold on, did y'all see what the head of our intelligence community? She said they weren't close. And then Trump went on literally the same day, or like I think the next day, said she doesn't know what she's talking about. Iran's close, and they asked him flat out, "Where are your sources all?" He's basically like, "Trust me, bro." I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't really trust Gabby Tallulah or whatever. Like, I think she's important.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, sure.
Close enough.
That's her name. Yeah.
Close enough. I don't really trust her as a head. Like, I get that she's a former Marine. I get that she served, but I don't see her as being. I didn't see anything about her being part of any kind of like counterintelligence or any kind of anti-hacking. Huh?
She was in the army. And she was a medic.
No, they said she was a fucking Marine. Either way, that's even less credentials for her to hold that position.
I don't in my opinion. I know most Marines, not all of them, but I'm pretty sure she was not.
But
all you Marines know each other.
Yeah.
All bad.
But what's so funny though is, I mean, obviously the U.S. has nukes. Obviously,
we have like the most or second most.
Yes, National Guard. She's a National Guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, isn't that what Trump sent to California to like stop the protest that apparently was violent?
Oh, we haven't talked about that yet. We were running tape on that one. But go ahead, Prodigy.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, I mean, obviously, the U.S. has nukes, Pakistan has nukes, Israel has nukes, Iran...
Russia, China...
Yeah, Russia. There's plenty of countries with nukes. There's an entire international committee that's supposed to inspect and review and are you enriching uranium for civilian purposes, or nuclear power? There's all these types of international systems for this, and here we are again, just pointing fingers and saber rattling and saying, well, this must be the case that they have this and we can't let them have that. Here's the thing, just like Kronos said, I mean, the the fact that, and you can don't even look at Israel and Iran, look at Pakistan and India and how those two countries have a deep-seated rivalry with one another, but they both are nuclear countries. Yes, there's been some scuffles for certain, but they're not going to nuclear war right by each other.
Nope.
I think the bigger tension is between China and India, and they're both nuclear powered, and they're literally have troops on the borders because there's a border dispute that's been going on for like years.
Yeah,
And
no,
like,
no. China and India, they're not nearly as deep as Pakistan and India.
Yeah,
Like
well,
Pakistan and India, they're literally bombing each other. Like what was it, last month?
yeah,
goddamn.
and the history. I mean,
Yeah.
Pakistan was a direct result of the British leaving India and all that sectarian kind of division and all of that, and creating Pakistan. You saw the Gandhi movie, right?
I've seen it. It's been a long
I just
time,
remember,
but
I just remember
still.
the salt scene.
So you
Right.
want to know the one thing that fucked me up? You know who has fucking nukes? It's fucking Canada. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, of
Why's
course.
Canada in me? I was like, oh fuck!
Canada,
It just didn't occur to me that Canada would have nukes. And yeah, they have nukes.
the next out next
So
to the United States, they gotta have some kind of protection.
Look,
When
I'm
you
gonna
live in the hood, you gotta make sure you strap too.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Do not be surprised, Iran, if they would be stupid not to try to develop, their nukes now. I mean, like, if you're gonna bomb people regardless, even when you don't have something,
Yeah.
yeah, come, come on now,
So,
come
didn't
on
didn't they
now.
say that like the area that they bomb in Iran, like they test like for any kind of radiation fallout, and there was like zero radiation? Or does the nuke need to be completely put together for it to be considered nuclear
Well, I mean,
radioactive?
at this point, they're
no,
making it up because they're just saying that they were so close to making a nuke, or it's silly nonsense. Like it was pretty clear to me and pretty much the rest of the world that they didn't currently possess a nuke, and they weren't even anywhere close to getting it. But they just decided to bomb them anyway because we haven't had a war in a while, and that makes a lot of money. You know what war does in America? It
it
ups our
breeds
economy.
economy.
Yeah,
Hmm?
you'll see that the stock market will fucking pop. If I was an immoral trader, there's a whole bunch of companies I'll put my stock in right now. But
Oh,
I wouldn't judge you if you did though, because I make that money.
would it be
I was just about to say the same thing.
would it be bad to bomb somebody that has nukes, like bomb their nuclear, like their base that has like nuclear bombs in there? Because wouldn't it just kind of fuck up everything,
Yeah,
like the atmosphere in any countries around that area? Like,
Yeah,
I would imagine there would be like a huge explosion if a nuclear bomb went off
yeah.
inside of a area.
I mean, we all kind of grew up during the tail end of the Cold War, and I remember all that stuff that was. There were movies about it, TV shows, miniseries, all about U.S. versus Russia, nuclear war, this, nuclear war, that. I mean, you got to remember, yes, we got close. I mean, the Cuban Missile Crisis was fucking real. That almost ended the fucking world. We've talked about that before, but and we definitely played chicken with nuclear submarines many a time or two. But I'm just saying, on purpose, launching nukes, regardless of how you feel about another country, when you know they have a whole arsenal,
yeah.
ooh, boy, you better look for another Earth-like planet.
There's a really good book. There's a really
There's
good book.
Mars. I mean,
Yeah, no, there's a really good book that actually Patrick recommended to me like a while ago that I read. It's called Nuclear War, and it's really good. Like it basically explains like exactly what would happen if somebody launched a nuke and just how fast the world would basically end. Like the vast majority of the world would end, and it's all bad. Like your best case scenario is that you're in like a 1 mile radius of a nuke, so you would be like instantly just like fucking vaporized. Because if you're not, like you're living a long, hard, shitty life.
Yep.
Right, sorry, not long and hard. It's going to be
Mhm.
long and really hard, or short and really painful.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Hmm.
Did
And
they talked about
also,
it a little bit on
that
during what's that show on Amazon? Fallout.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they touch on that too. Like the
Mhm.
closer you are to the explosion, like you a better chance you like not worrying about the fallout.
Yeah.
Well, the thing too is
Uh,
you're
Oh, we can't, bro. You're really breaking
we,
up.
we can't hear you at all, man. Um, oh Jesus, no, you gotta correct that. All I was gonna say is, most of us do not have the multi-billion-dollar shelter either. So, like, you you building some kind of tool shed in your backyard, it ain't gonna fucking cut it, man. Like,
What if I sit in my refrigerator? Would I survive it? Like
no,
Indiana Jones did?
no,
I mean, I
no.
honestly, you might survive, but you'd still be like you'd survive maybe in the interim, but you'd still be irradiated. You know what I mean? So, but that one Japanese dude, he survived twice,
yeah,
but he got pretty sick for a long time.
all bad.
Apparently, there's in your DNA, there is a mechanism to basically repair your DNA. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, your DNA is only it's like 4 letters, right? And it's always in the same sequence. And so there's like a thing in like a protein that goes through and like reads all those things, and it could like see that, hey, if I'm missing like part of this letter, it can remake it. And
Yep.
if there's like ones where it's missing too many letters, it'll just cut it off and those cells will just fucking die. But if you're like even closer than he was, like you're pretty fucked. There was this one guy who dropped an isotope like in a lab.
Oh,
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
my
god! Did you hear
God.
about that one, Prodigy?
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah,
bad.
that guy.
And
He
he
was
didn't even know what he did. He picked
he,
it up, I think, barehanded too, and put it
yeah,
back.
and he dropped it, and basically like all of his organs basically just all fucking just melded into one thing, and he
Yep.
was just fucked. Like
Hmm.
all of his all the cells in his body were just destabilized. And they kept him alive, unfortunately, for like I think it was like almost a week. And he was just like there was nothing they could do for his pain. I was like, dude, just let him fucking die. Like stop trying to keep him alive.
Did you guys see? I know we talked about it a few years back, but did you see the Chernobyl docuseries or
No,
miniseries on HBO?
it,
No.
I heard it was good
it's
though.
it's on
Yeah, I remember
HBO.
you guys
Yeah,
talking about it.
That one was one of the best because actually they just kind of showcased it in graphic details. Well done series, man. Just check it
Yeah.
out if you get a chance.
Yeah, I
I loved
think
it.
it's still on there. I think I came across it and I was like, you know what? I remember you guys talking about this, but I was
it's
too
on
scared to
there.
watch it.
Yeah, Chernobyl was great. Fucking shit, man.
Man.
Well,
So yeah,
I mean,
what's
That was
what's the
depressing.
doom clock set at? It's like what 3 seconds to midnight.
It's like a nanosecond to midnight.
Yeah, it's like,
oh my
Yeah.
God, are we at DevCon? What DevCon are we at?
all I know is even when they do drop this fucking nuke or the world is blown up, we're gonna have some of the greatest memes for the last 60 seconds you've ever seen.
Yeah,
It's
no
gonna be
shit.
Oh yeah,
wonderful.
100%.
Yeah.
wait,
Well, at least
who
the
was it?
45. We get 45 minutes. We get 45
Uh,
minutes.
freaking
What you get?
Brandon Parks in the chat had mentioned that there was a guy from a Norwegian guy who was coming to America and by customs, and they searched his phone. He had a picture of fucking JD Vance, like a bald JD Vance. Have you guys seen that
Yeah, those memes.
going
Yeah.
around?
Mm.
Oh man, that shit right there is the field of nightmares.
Why does it feel like JD Vance has like mascara or eyeliner on?
Right?
Because he
Have you seen
does.
this?
It looks
I
like he
think he
does.
does.
That's why. Also, he's a Marine, by the way, and I think he's a piece of shit. So.
Yeah.
And he fucks
Mm.
couches.
Fucks-
But I'm like, live your life. I'm not gonna judge. I got other things to judge you on it. But it sure does look like fucking eyeliner. I know what fucking eyeliner looks like. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I keep those flashbacks of that story about the scientist who dropped the uranium. And the fucked up thing was he was by himself, and
No,
he took
he
all
wasn't.
of that radiation.
He wasn't by
Oh, he
himself.
wasn't?
No.
I heard he was in the chamber by himself because he's the only one who got sick.
Well,
Yeah.
And like
He took the brunt of it.
yeah,
like-
that's terrible.
shout out to Marie Curie. I mean, she was doing fucking scientific experiments as a fucking woman and just like obviously dying, killing herself unfortunately, but she discovered a whole bunch about radiation.
Yeah.
You know, what's crazy is how, like they used to have like little science kits for kids that would have fucking like nuclear, like radioactive material in it. And like there's I was listening to Stuff You Should Know, and there was like literally a kid that was he was in Boy Scout and he got really interested in like uranium. I can't remember what kind of material he was looking for, but he was able to like collect so much of it that like he fell on the FBI list, and they had to come and like confiscate all of his material.
It probably was either plutonium or uranium. or germanium or
How the
germanium.
fuck do you collect a lot of that just randomly as a
I mean,
I
it's
think
in
they-
dirt.
civilian?
It's in dirt.
It's in the earth.
Yeah.
I know, but like, you are able to dig it up somewhere, like
Apparently,
easily?
so if you're in like a country that has those materials richly in the earth, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
the only thing is, in order to make, I think, what weapons grade, you have to enrich it or something like that, which I'm
Okay,
pretty
so
sure you couldn't do.
the boy name was David, or Boy Scout, and what maturity did he get? I gotta keep reading through it, but like, yeah, he collected a bunch of radioactive materials, and like he even like he would reach out to colleges and be like, hey, yeah, like I'm such and such from this high school, and we're doing like he pretended like he was a teacher, and he got more materials from these high schools, and they are from these colleges, and they sent it to him, so that's how he was able to collect more and more of it.
Wait, what? Where was he? Where did he live?
He lived in Township, Michigan. Lived in Michigan.
All right. Is what it is.
Patrick gave you a shout out, Prodigy, for being probably the only black man in the country today who said shout out to Madame Curie today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, so he was
I think
getting
she's cool.
he was getting the materials from smoke detectors.
Nice. All
So
right,
he was
well,
getting larceny from smoke detectors.
okay. Hey, stuff you should know for real, for real.
Yeah.
Shit.
Y'all want to rewind the tape again?
Yeah,
Blue
yeah,
brought
go
it up. We didn't talk about these no kings rallies across the
Oh,
country.
yeah. Yeah,
We missed
did
all
have
of that shit.
Oh man. So this shit was cool. What made it more cool is that so these all happened when Trump had his little military parade / birthday, which is probably more for his birthday, where he spent like $45 million for this parade, but millions of people showed up for the No King Day, which was on a Saturday. And here in the Bay Area, like I took my son and I, we took the Caltrain train from San Carlos to San Francisco, and like we went through Belmont or San Mateo, and there was this massive amount of people just flooding the street. And I was like, okay, this is what's up. But here in San Carlos, where I live at, there's one guy sitting in a chair at a sign that said No Kings. But hey, man, every city was represented, and San Carlos had their dude.
So
Yeah,
maybe
there
we
was.
should... Oh,
Go
good.
ahead. Well, I was gonna say there was like literally no kings protest in Bonita, California. This is like super tiny town that's like basically part of Chula Vista. It was like on my way home from jiu-jitsu. There was like a bunch of folks on like some street corner with those signs. I was like, damn, in Bonita.
Mhm.
All right.
I actually went to the one in downtown San Diego with Mishka.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
No,
And
so you're on the list, and you got a terrorist name too. Yeah.
yep. Shit, you know.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh
But
god.
big turnout for sure. The thing that was interesting, we kind of prepared like it was going to be LA anti-ice raids, but
Yeah.
it was nothing like that. The demographic was a whole lot paler, and there was much
You were
less
safe.
police presence and SWAT and aggressiveness or whatever than what we saw on TV literally a few days earlier with the anti-ice stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially like with the stuff with LA, they really put a highlight on the LA stuff, but it was really weird because it was like literally like a couple of blocks.
One.
Like they made it seem like it was like all of LA. It's like no, dude, it was like
LA's
a couple
burning.
of blocks. It was near the detention facility where they were like literally kidnapping people. So, you know.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, the no king. Go ahead.
I think
I was just gonna say one thing they did. San Francisco had one too, and something they did that was pretty dope was they spelled out No Kings. Like people like lined up and like spelled out the words on the sand on I think it was Baker Beach. They did it on, but I just thought that was, and it looked really good to be honest.
Is
I
it-
mean, it could have
hold
been
on.
AI. Who knows? Fucking AI's too
Is it-
guys are good at this point.
Isn't Baker Beach a nude beach? I'm just saying.
One piece of it. Closer if you walk closer to the beach or more towards the bridge. That's more of the nudist side, but the rest of it's still non-nudist.
All right, wings out for No Kings. Okay.
There's naked white guys in San Francisco every day. That's just a Tuesday morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's like a part of the city that's strictly that's permitted where you can
So
walk around naked, right?
it's one neighborhood that you're fucked.
I'm calling horse shit. I've
No
been in
kings
San
but
Francisco,
dingleings.
many a neighborhood. I used to work in the city. I saw him in Embarcadero. I saw him in Seaport. I saw him in Nob Hill. Come on
Hold
now.
on.
Don't tell me
We're
one
talking about.
neighborhood has nudity.
I mean,
So,
Get
well,
out of
Nob
here.
Hill seems like the place where you would be nude. I'm just saying.
So,
A place
So-
where it's accepted to be nude. Those are just
yeah, I was
naked
about to
people
say,
walking around.
Prodigy, you're talking about people that were taking shit on the streets or on BART. We're talking
No,
about people that.
these were the. You remember? Have you ever seen the folks that like will all do the naked bike
Oh,
riding?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them.
They're like people that you don't really want to see naked.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. You know. You don't know.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
know.
And I'm like, look, if you're gonna do any activity nude, riding a bike just seems like what the fuck? Like you got your bare ass on that tiny seat and shit. Like what the fuck are you doing, man? You just out here
paint,
doing
just
too
rub it
much.
on. Yeah.
That's
There's also
funny.
the beta breakers. You got fools,
Oh, they're naked there too.
ass
Yeah.
attacking, all
So
that
it's
stuff.
like, you know, nakedness. San Francisco is like it's an interesting place. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it used to be better before all the poop came.
Look, they've
The
had
poop
they've
and the
had a poop
blipping?
problem for a decade and a half at least.
Oh yeah, true.
I remember.
As long as we've been doing this podcast, we've been talking about how San Francisco got poop everywhere. So
Well, but you know,
makes
it didn't used to be like that bad. But you know, I've seen it since I've been doing, you know, SF Beer Week. I first started doing it in like 2011, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it was, you know, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as widespread. And then as the years went on, like the amount of feces on the streets like kind of went up, and people just kind of, you know.
And you always think, oh man, someone didn't clean up their dog's poop, and then you're like, wait a minute, there's corn in here.
Yeah.
Oh, god dang. You
Stop.
expected way too much, fool.
Maybe it was a
Like,
farm dog.
hell no.
You know, maybe it was a farm dog.
No. Terrible. That's terrible. God dang. You looking way too close. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Good times.
But yeah, the whole
No.
No King's Day, I think it was I thought it was cool. I thought it was a huge, like, positive event. Like, you didn't hear anything. Like, there's no. I mean, there was a couple of bad eggs out there, but you know, everybody kept it peaceful. There's a couple of, I guess, MAGA supporters that were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go there and da 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 da." It's like, go for it. Just do it. There's like millions of people showed up for these things.
Go ahead, Kronos. I think you're gonna. Yeah.
Oh, talk about the parade and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to make something very clear because I see a lot of folks in the military straight up lying about this. Okay? They are straight up fucking lying about this. The military doesn't do parades for their birthdays. We don't. Okay? Let me just clear it off for fucking everybody. I've been in the Marine Corps back when it was like one of the big ones. I forget what it was, but it was a big one. And we don't do parades. You know what we do on our birthday? We get fucking drunk.
I'm about
That's
to say,
what we
y'all
do.
get fucked up.
And it's individual units. We have balls, like literally we have a Marine Corps ball, and then we'll go to Vegas, we'll go to like, you know, some other place and like rent out, you know, a big ballroom, and we'll all get drunk. And we'll all give war stories. They'll have like the oldest Marine and the youngest Marine, and they'll cut a cake and shit like that, and we just get fucked up. You know what we don't want to do on our birthday? Walk in a fucking parade with all the military shit that we know we got to clean out later in the day and move it all back. Like, nobody wants to do that.
Yep.
You know, that's why you saw, like, if you ever watched like the parade, how the army was walking like shit, like they weren't actually marching. They were probably fucking pissed that they had to be there.
Like not like the Korea marching bands or marching military.
Oh,
they
the
have
North
TV
Korean
or the
one.
China ones.
Well, I mean, they weren't even marching. They were just literally walking. Like they were not marching in any sort of like formation. It was like because you're supposed to like march in step. Because probably had to walk long as fuck, and it was just, and the fact that there was like nobody, like hardly anybody in the crowds, was sad. And I don't like that, you know, the army kind of got shit on for this, but it's not their fault. Like this dumbass kind of forced them to do it. But yeah, that's not what we do. We don't do fucking parades for shit like that.
So, to reinforce the point, I believe the Marine Corps birthday is like right around Veterans Day, or it's on Veterans Day. It's like one of the two. Am I correct?
The Marine
It's
Corps
like
birthday?
a day before. Yeah, it's like the day before. It's on Veterans Day.
I think it's Memorial Day. Is it like? Oh, I gotta look. Cause
I
it's
could swear it's Veterans Day.
Yeah,
they're really close. They're really close to each other.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
then again,
you're right. It is Veterans Day. You're right.
Yeah, because like I know there's a couple years where it's like a day off or something, but not always. But still, I've seen many of servicemen and it's exactly like being a civilian is exactly like uh Krona says, like the people that served in any capacity in any war, especially if they were from um if they are still alive from World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, they get the highest props. Everyone buys them a drink. Everyone like pays for their food. Everyone comes by, says hi, salute, whatever. Like they get the most like honorifics, the most clout on that day that I've seen. And everyone goes back to drinking, but they get fucked up usually. Usually, even if they don't, they come in at least have one drink or drinking a shot or one big ass shot. Then they got to move on to what they're doing. But they come by, pay the respects, and it works out. And I've seen this shit live and direct. Another thing regarding the parade, apparently this parade is supposed to be a kickoff of not only Trump's birthday, but what he wants is a victory day, which is supposed to mark the or celebrate the end or the our victory of World War II. And then I know a lot of people are kind of championing this and saying this is like, excuse me, the antithesis of Juneteenth, because there's still a lot of people out there that do not like the fact that Juneteenth is out there. They said this came out of nowhere and all this other hoopla. The thing to me about celebrating the end of World War II, that was a worldwide celebration. We were not the only ones who fought in World War II. And I think
Yeah.
if we were going to celebrate the end of World War II, it should be a worldwide of all the countries that participated with the Allies, and they should all participate, not just us. I
We
think
should.
that's kind of selfish of us. And I know that December 4th we commemorate the Pearl Harbor. It's basically Pearl Harbor Day. But if we're going to signify the end of World War II, it should be with all the countries that participated,
Yeah,
not just us.
we don't need to. I mean, we have other
I know,
celebrations for all.
I know
Yeah,
we don't, I know we don't need to. But if Trump is going to push this, then it should be
no,
inclusive in that way.
no, because you know what? Fuck that dude. Because he was already complaining about Juneteenth and people having the day off.
Yeah, too many
So,
Oh
holidays.
so
yeah,
fuck him.
yeah.
But
Okay.
I mean, we can't celebrate the end of World War II when we're about to start World War III. So,
I
Yeah.
mean,
but I mean, oh man, the whole Juneteenth thing. Like, just be happy you got a fucking day off from work. Like that's it's. I mean,
nah.
a lot of people. I mean, me included. Like, I honestly, probably like at the beginning of this podcast or when we first started doing this podcast, I actually learned what Juneteenth was. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we probably learned it in school, but it probably was just brushed over. Just we talked about it for like 10 minutes during Black History Month, and it just
Mm.
swept under the rug after that. But
Wow,
I mean,
y'all
I
talked
understand
about it.
what happened with Juneteenth. Like, it's something that people really need to understand exactly what the history it is. It's not just a black thing; it's an American history thing. Like, that's when like the last I guess plantation or in Texas they got the whole notification that slaves were free when it comes down to it. But like some people think like, oh, it's just a black person thing, blah blah blah. But no, it's an American history thing.
Well,
So
I I I agree and disagree with you though. It's both at the same time.
yeah,
It's certainly American history. You're not wrong, but it's definitely Black history and it's definitely Black Texas history as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Like
Uh.
two things can be true at the same time. But the reason that some people, some pale people, you typically
Uh.
are,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The term is unseasoned. Unseasoned.
The palm colored people.
uh,
Yeah.
so they're pissed. It's simply it's not about the fact that it's part of American history. But no, they're pissed because it seems like a black holiday when it should be presented as really the true, celebration of freedom. You can look at it that way
Uh.
very easily.
Yeah, somebody said
Uh.
we already have Independence Day, and I'm like, that wasn't for everybody.
Nope.
So,
Yeah. It was for
what the fuck are
everybody.
you talking about?
I will say I have to slightly disagree with you, Paji. Most of the people that I saw and like would kind of talk to, even close friends of mine, the whole reason they were talking hella shit is they felt like it was some kind of out of left field holiday and like it was some kind of bullshit holiday. And when I asked them, why do you think this? they had no idea what Juneteenth was. So most of these people that hated that had no idea what it even stands for. And when I tell them, they're literally dumbfounded. They're like, "Oh," I'm like, "You're mad about something you know nothing about. That
Yeah,
makes no sense."
some folks think it's about reparations. And I'm just like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah,
reparations. Like, what the
It
fuck
sure
are we
don't.
talking about?
Dude,
yeah,
I'm
that was
broke
weird
right
to me
now.
too.
I need my reputation today.
Also,
Same here.
also, just to be really clear on this, because it does get fucking muddy, I guess. People have been celebrating it since the 1860s. Like
Oh, 100%.
it's nothing fucking new.
Mm.
And especially when you talk about obviously not just Black Texans, but like all over this country, folks have been celebrating it.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
I used to go with my dad at Stanford. Like
Mm-hmm.
they had Juneteenth celebrations there.
Yep.
So I used to go to Oakland with my mom because they had the Freedom Train,
Yep.
and it was free. It was free to get on Caltrain to go to
Yeah.
Oakland, and they would have big ass rallies. Jesse Jackson was there. Other prominent, like African American leaders would be there, and they'd fill up the fucking place would be packed. It'd be packed. I think one year Louis Farrakhan even spoke,
I mean,
Mm.
I
and
remember
so
going to
there was
Juneteenth
a ton of people there.
events, but as a kid, I didn't know what it was for. I thought honestly, I thought it was Black Christmas.
That's Kwanzaa, bro. That's
That's
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, yeah.
Yeah.
This was before Kwanzaa. Before I even knew what Kwanzaa was a thing. But no, I mean, yeah, people need to educate themselves. Like there's a video of a woman that was at a auto repair place,
Yeah.
and a
Oh,
customer
I
came in
saw
there
this.
was like, "Hey, yeah,
Yep.
I need to go to the bank." They're like, "Oh, the bank's gonna be closed tomorrow," and she's like, "Oh, why?" It's like, "Oh, it's because of this Juneteenth thing," and that's where the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, it's because Black people in the what what's it called when they give back money to Black folks?
Reparations.
Yeah.
Reparation. There you go." And the Black woman was like, "Hey, give me my car. I'm leaving." Like blah blah, and like yeah, this company just they didn't lose business. I mean, I'm pretty sure people still going there, but like yeah, they've been like negative bombed or 1-star bombed.
Oh,
on,
review
like,
bomb, yeah.
yeah, review bomb.
Because so the thing was, the lady, she was the only black woman in the waiting room, the
Yeah.
only one, and all these people, they did not know what Juneteenth was, because some of them was like, oh, I think it's about reparations. Oh, I don't know, it's some holiday, like we're
Like
closed tomorrow all night. They're like, oh, I guess. And so this lady's like, I want my car back. Give me my keys to my car. I'm leaving. I'm taking my business somewhere else. She was like audibly pissed, and you can see the audio. Or I'm sorry, you can see the video that has clear audio that she's very upset, and she was mostly cordial until the end. As she gets more mad, she starts cussing.
What's so
But
funny
she
about the
does
entire
leave.
video is that the repair place posted the video thinking that they were in the right. Like, oh yeah, this customer got mad at us for no fucking reason. No, y'all guys are just assholes. You don't understand.
Look at this angry black woman. It's probably what
Yeah.
they're
Oh damn!
No, look at your naive paper.
I will say this real quick. Wouldn't it be awesome if, especially some of our most famous Black Texas celebrities, helped promote Juneteenth even more, and just in terms of like, hey, read this book about it. Hey, be more educated about what it really is. You know,
So
I'm thinking of someone like a Beyonce out of Houston. You know what I mean?
So
Right?
I think they do, but it stays local. I don't think it's a national thing.
Well,
I think when they promote
national, and I'm
he's a
talking
global
international. I'm talking
superstar.
like making a big fucking deal.
I'm pretty sure, like, because when I was in Texas, they had famous people from Texas doing commercials for various the community service thing. I was like, what the fuck? I don't see this nationally. I would do this if, because I respect these actors, but it was all local. And I'm pretty sure Juneteenth, that's all local. I'm pretty sure, especially in Houston or especially in Galveston.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure there are celebrities in Galveston because from what I understand, Galveston throws a huge fucking event there every year.
But what I'm saying though is nothing someone on the level of Beyonce does is like ignored or only kept local in like Galveston, Texas.
That's because Beyonce's she's in the Illuminati. So
there you go.
Oh goddamn!
I am just kidding, Beyonce. Please, the Bayhive don't come for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's all don't come for me. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
You're gonna go to. Are you gonna hear us? Jigga.
Yeah, I love Black is King. I'm just saying, it's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I actually haven't seen it.
Brown Skin Girls are my favorite songs.
On this podcast, like two two things I learned like from this podcast. I mean, there's other things I learned, but like regarding like black stuff is Juneteenth and the fucking Tulsa massacre.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Like that's some shit I didn't hear about until we were doing this podcast. It's like, I mean, what is it? Watchmen. That's the one that
Watchmen.
triggered the whole thing. I was like, oh, this is some scary sci-fi shit. And we got on the podcast. You're like, that's some real stuff that happened in America.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, what?
I'll never forget. I'll never
What?
forget that episode because before we actually started casting, I was watching it live that night on HBO,
Yeah.
and then I went to Facebook afterwards. People were like, "Man, can you believe this bullshit?" And
Yeah.
they just pumped up this, and I was like, "I'm sorry, what? What do you mean pumped up? Like that was actual true event."
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
yeah.
The thing is, around that time, actually no, a year before that shit went down, Prodigy and I were talking about Black Wall Street, but we were talking about the one in what was it, Virginia or Carolina? The one of the Carolinas out there. They had a Black Wall Street there, and almost the exact same fucking thing happened there, but not as violent, but pretty fucking similar. Like most of their shit got burnt down. They didn't use planes and shit. I don't think people got shot, but it's mostly their businesses, their banks were just burnt to the ground. But when Tulsa went down, that was a full-on fucking like brawl.
Yeah,
and the thing is, we were watching Lovecraft at the time. Literally a week or two after HBO aired watching this episode, fucking Lovecraft Country aired the same fucking same thing, just a different perspective because they're going through time. They went back in time and they experienced that shit. That shit was wild.
So the crazy thing about Tulsa that they don't talk about in the show is that, you know, yes, all that violence happened, but a lot of those people that were business people, they came back and rebuilt part of that neighborhood. But you know what happened? The fucking highway system came through and they demolished that part of town. So they got fucked basically 3 times. So because the first time they got fucked is when they got obviously attacked. Then the insurance didn't pay out. Then they came back and rebuilt, and then eminent domain got them again. So it's just like, and people want to act like, oh, why don't black people blah 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 blah, why aren't they have the same amount of resources as white folks? Well, there's an example. Also, the Homestead Act. We didn't get this. We didn't get free fucking houses and land.
Yep.
So,
But my grandpappy came from Germany with nothing, or came from Italy with nothing, and he bootstraps, blah 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 blah.
they weren't burning down their houses. Just saying.
In fucking deeds. In fucking deeds. All right. God damn, we've gone all over the place.
All over the place. But we missed a lot of shit. So
For real.
Well,
We did. Last week I actually got to, because we didn't, podcast, I actually live streamed a game.
Ooh, what game?
So actually, originally I tried to play Dead Zone Rogue, which is like one of my favorite new games, but it is not working on my laptop anymore. Like, PC gaming, I guess, that shit crashed on me twice. So I was like, all right. So I decided to play Hades 2, the early access, because they added in whole new levels and content. Hopefully, like this year, they're supposed to sometime this year actually release the game with full content. And so I played for about 2 hours, and I think Brandon was in there. He was watching. Yeah, he was watching, and somebody, my daughter was watching. Some other folks were too, and it was fun to like, because I got a new skin for actually streaming.
No.
Yeah, I have like an overlay for Streamlabs, so it was like kind of cool looking when I was doing the stream, and I had to actually adjust to like how the screen looked and all that shit. So it's kind of a learning experience for me. But yeah, it was fun. I'll try and do it a little bit more often with some PC games, because honestly, it looks cooler when I'm PC gaming because I get to do those overlays. But Death Stranding 2 comes out like tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be on that for a minute.
Yeah,
so I thought Death Stranding 2 was already out because people were already streaming and shit, talking all this kind of stuff about it, saying how weird it is and shit.
Yeah, so
maybe they did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly like press people, so you can get they put out like the press code super early, so people had time to play the game. It was like, I think it was like a week or two early when they got access to it. So that's why you're seeing a lot of content coming out, which is cool. But I mean, there's like some spoiler shit that I've seen like posted. I'm like, come on, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of kind of shit that I have to switch. Like the weirdest thing I've seen, there's like a kung fu pizza fight. I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking weird.
Look, I'm all for Hideo Kojima doing weird Hideo shit. Like, just let that man fucking cook. You know what I mean?
Freaking the Death Stranding 1, like I didn't play the game, but there's one YouTuber I follow, a gamer, and that's the only game I've watched somebody else play because it was like watching a movie.
Wait, which
Like
which
even though
game?
First one. First Death
for the first
Stranding.
one, for the first
Oh, okay,
Death
gotcha.
Stranded,
Yeah.
I watched somebody else play it. Like I never got around to playing it, but I watched somebody else play it. But it was like watching a movie. Like even though I wasn't the controlling the character, like the storyline and like everything that was happening was like, damn, this is crazy.
Fucking
Yeah,
weird.
it's a wild one for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
But
Uh,
I did
Uh,
watch I
so
did watch your streaming, Chronos, and your overlay was pretty dope. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like pretty sick.
yeah, I don't use overlays when I'm streaming. I just like say fucking go. I
Well,
need to though.
it's hard to do
I
overlays when
really
you're unless you're PC gaming. Like I don't know how to do it
yeah.
on. I
no,
tell
no,
you how I
the
could do it on my PS5, but I have to like link it up to my laptop, so that'd be kind of
no
weird.
the
Yeah, there's ways you. I think there's preset ones for consoles, but I'm just like I'm not fucking with this. I'm just running. I'm going and shooting.
oh yeah,
Fuck the dog shit.
a real ignorant ass question though. So the overlay part is just how your face floating
like a
on.
picture in picture.
No, yeah, it's just like a basically. You ever seen like real streamers like Extra Stream where they have like you see like their face in the little corner and they have like an icon with like all the chats and like all this other
Yeah,
stuff and like when they pause the game like there's a whole like I'll be right back thing.
Yeah,
Like I've got all that shit even with our logos on it, so
Oh
it's pretty
shit.
dope.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's like this animated like dark ether like theme, and it's pretty neat. But what I
oh
need though is I need to like have like a better because like my monitor my main was like ultra wide, and so when I
Mhm.
first started playing everything was like zoomed in. And I didn't notice till like probably like 30 minutes in. I was like, oh shit, it's like super zoomed in. So I had to like zoom it out so the people that are watching get like the super widescreen effect for like my screen, but it's like a little bit smaller for them. And then
Okay.
my other monitor's on the right, so when somebody's chatting to me, and I'm looking here, I need to like rearrange the monitors. I get like a tiny monitor, just like put it like below my monitor so I can see like people are chatting with me because I got to keep like looking over.
Yeah. Okay. That makes
yeah.
sense.
So on console, there's a chat window on the right, but it's
Yeah,
on your screen, and I'm like, this is distracting to me
Yeah,
because like I lose a portion. So what I do is I put the chat on my phone while I'm on my console. So I'm
yeah, I
just
can do
like,
that. Yeah,
yeah, I do that, but I figured on the PC you should be able to do fucking everything, and you have multiple monitors. I just
yeah,
use
but
my laptop.
yeah. But the thing is, like I said, when I have multiple monitors, but like they're both big. Like one is literally like 32 inches and it's like super wide,
Holy shit,
and the one
that's
next to it is
TV.
like 20 something. So
giggity.
yeah,
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 yeah. So I'm
actually,
just like, okay.
I have two monitors in my office right now, and I think they're 30 inches.
Good
Pretty
lord.
fucking big. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it from work.
I use my phone for the chat, and so that way I use my entire because I use my TV because I use my console, so I use that. And if I'm in the chat, I'll just just glance at the chat on my phone, which is cool. I can still monitor shit if I need to or whatnot, and interact with the chat. So
yeah.
it's a little weird, but it still works.
I could probably use my spare phone and then just like plug it in because I have like all my old phones. I can use that for just chat stuff.
For sure, for sure. So it is now the moment of truth. Project, I put you on the spot.
Okay.
I'm put you on the hot seat. I need to know what is your grievance with Andor season 2.
Oh man, here we go.
Oh,
Oh,
man. And
Here we go. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
yeah, don't get me wrong, and I want to be really clear on this. You've heard me a million times say that I love season one more, like definitely top 5 of all time sci-fi series. I fucking loved it. I need to go back and rewatch it. That's how much I fucking enjoyed it. Season 2, I really didn't like the editing, and I got through 7.5 fucking episodes. The editing, the pacing, overall writing and story, it just didn't connect with me a lot. Now there were a few highlights. I loved Forrest Whitaker's Saw. He was good. He was only in a little bit of the episodes that I saw. I liked the stuff with the mama and the Nazi woman or whatever.
Yeah,
All of that worked,
the Nazi
but
one. This is so obvious, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, but a lot of the other stuff, man, it just didn't connect with me. I was bored. I was looking at my phone, out of pure boredom. It didn't capture me. I wanted it to.
Ooh,
That was the
ooh,
thing. But
ooh.
I literally couldn't sit through it. And I kept
So
forcing myself to, and it was like, okay, maybe if I get to episode 3, okay, I'm still not feeling it. What if I get to episode 5? Still not? Okay, I made it past 6, and it was just like sandpaper on a fucking rusty dick. You know what I mean? Like, it was done
bruh.
for me. I
Bomb
wanted to
water.
So
love it.
I gotta say
so
that the actress that plays Dedra, Miro, Denise
yeah.
Gove, her resting bitch face is like, it is so good. It is
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
good.
it's
yeah,
hella
for
good.
sure.
Yeah, I think so. Cronus and I both had told you that this is a slow burn, but I knew you were complaining about the editing, and I knew immediately what the problem was is because you do not read.
Mhm.
So when you watch the episodes, each arc of the show is 3 episodes. At the end of those arcs, when you start a new arc, there's literally text on the screen telling you that time has passed. And I know you're not reading that shit, because else you would know that time has passed and some shit has happened. And when you start, the characters are at a different place emotionally and usually physically at the time the new arc starts. And so you're probably thrown off because you didn't weren't aware. Because some of them, there's one break. Most of them are like a year apart. There's one break
Mm-hmm.
that's 2 years apart, and it tells you like this is 2 years later from the last episode that you watched. And I know you didn't fucking read that shit, or else you wouldn't be jarred. You wouldn't be like, oh shit, I didn't realize this because there's a part where um, Cassian and Bix they're on Coruscant. The next episode, they're in the forest, and the
Yeah,
reason is it tells you that time has passed, which I know you didn't fucking read,
yeah. No, I got from the context that time had passed. They they
but
they
you
give
didn't
a
know
whole
how
lot of
much.
they give some cues to that. What I'm trying to say is I didn't care that much. Like,
Oh,
it didn't connect with me, man. I wanted it
so
to connect, and it felt fucking forced.
so I will say this: like part season two is some very intricate storytelling as far as like just storytelling overall, and especially for Star Wars. Um, Andor the entire series is probably the closest we're going to get to an R-rated Star Wars series. The very closest. I mean, in the very beginning, we have Cassian stealing some shit. He ends up getting on this like world that has other rebels on it, and they're just like disarrayed. They're kind of disillusioned, and they don't trust him, and it drives a division in him. And the thing is, throughout Star Wars lore, I'm about to mention Star Wars Rebels a lot from here on out. When Star Wars Rebels is airing, it was just basically around the same time as the series. Um, they state that the Rebel cells are disconnected for a reason, because in case one of them gets captured or destroyed, they know no other cell. They have no connection to any other cell. So in case one goes down, it doesn't bring the whole system down. And you see that when Andor reaches the first, as you say, jungle planet. That jungle planet is Yavin 4, the future home of the Rebel Alliance for Star Wars: A New Hope. And as the series goes on, more and more rebels end up going to Yavin 4, but you see a little bit of it. Mon Mothma, I know you weren't caring for the whole thing about Mon Mothma, but the thing is, everything that Lucien Rail said about him being in the Rebel Alliance and what he gives up for it, you see that with Mon Mothma. She burns her life. She burns her decency. She literally pimps her daughter out to get money for the Rebel Alliance. So she marries her daughter off to someone she despises in the Senate. And the whole reason she needs that money is to one, keep from being arrested from the ISB, the Imperial Security Bureau, and to keep the Rebel Alliance funded and secret still.
Did I
And
need
the
to see
thing,
her dancing for 35 minutes for that though?
Oh
it's not
Ninja,
so.
you can recap the whole season. He just didn't like it. Like
I know I get
you
it,
know.
but I feel like there's
I'm
there's a
not
lot
gonna
of shit
try.
that you're missing. I'm not going to try to. I think you should give it a second.
I
I really think with a slightly more open mind.
look.
There you go.
Prodigy. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it, bro. Like I loved it. It's fine. You didn't like it. Like you not liking it is not gonna like make me not like it. So
Yeah.
and plus,
That's
I,
true.
I always knew he was sus when he invited friends over to his house to watch Human Centipede and didn't want to know
Goddamn.
about it. So I'm just saying,
That's all bad.
your opinion's been sus. So
Wait,
Centipede
hold on.
2.
You,
2.
yeah, I'm
two,
about to say,
yeah,
no. Was it two? Oh, was it one? It was
yeah,
one and two.
1
It was
and
one
2.
and two, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah.
So it
And
was.
two was
So you're missing a key element.
You don't. He
He
didn't.
invited. He
Oh,
had
okay,
a
go ahead.
potluck for
Yeah.
both. It wasn't like invite over, let's have drinks. It was bring food and fucking snacks. Like he had 2 tables set up. We filled that motherfucker up, and then we watched this shit, and people were puking on each other.
At least it wasn't ethnic food night because I think that combined with chitlins would have
Oh,
been like that'd have been too
yeah,
much,
that
man.
chitlins. That
That'd have
I
been too
could
much.
not finish those chitlins. That was
I
that.
don't
Wait,
even know
That
why
was.
you fucking put them in your mouth, bro. I'm good.
Oh my god, I had to try them. So I'm like, oh, let me try this, and then
Yeah.
the villain made me try them. I'm like, no, I can't. No more. I can't do it anymore.
You said that Endor is like the closest we're gonna get to like an X-rated Star Wars thing,
R-rated
right?
and
R-rated.
R-rated Star Wars.
Yeah. Not
R-rated
actually
Star Wars.
R-rated.
I saw some Star Wars over on Pornhub. I mean, I was like,
Oh
XXX.
man,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I
Apparently, you
guess.
on the wrong sites.
I mean, I guess. I mean, with AI nowadays, you can literally make Star Wars Super Triple X,
Oh,
and with so. But I mean, I feel like as much as a Star Wars fan as I know that you are, I feel like you need to give, or not need to, you should give Andor season 2 another run, and with a slightly bigger open mind, because a lot of shit goes down in the series. Like, there's a lot of shit about spies are everywhere. Fucking what Andor has to go through, what Bix has to go through. You missed out on Luthen and fucking fuck, what's her fucking name? Um,
His
his little
assistant.
assistant.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was some fucking. That whole arc was all is awesome, beautiful, and fucking heartbreaking all at once.
But you're not gonna convince this dude to watch it. Like, why would you?
No,
If you don't
I
like
know,
something, why the fuck would you rewatch it, man?
this
Like,
motherfucker.
no, he didn't finish it. He didn't finish it.
I don't
So,
think he's going to. Like,
I,
it's fine.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I encourage you to do so. I think you're doing your stuff a disservice. But you know, I'm not saying watch it this weekend. Give it a month or two, then come back to it. There you
Yeah.
go. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just saying, I would not rewatch Human Centipede 2. You know, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how many plot points I missed. I saw that dude jack off with literally barbed wire.
Barbed wire, yeah.
I'm good.
I would
don't
watch
care
the
why.
first one again. The first one was fucking hilarious. Like that shit when dude busted out the fucking he rolled out like you know how back in school when the teacher rolled out that fucking projector whiteboard what is it called? I know it's a projector, but it has a specific name. Anyway, they roll out the projector with the little rolling plastic thing. They write on there. Dude had the fucking diagram telling him what he was about to do to them. He said ass to mouth to ass to mouth.
That shit was hilarious. That was hilarious.
And it's fucking like his button up like lab coat and those fucking specs.
I heard that,
Awesome.
yeah, there was a third
First
one
one.
too, but I ain't watching that shit.
There's
Yeah,
a
everyone takes place in prison.
I'm good.
Mhm.
'Cause I don't even
And
know
like-
what the fuck they're gonna be. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Because I think the third one has 100 people.
Oh, overhead projector.
Overhead projector.
Yeah.
Brandon, thank you. I was trying to think of it too. Some shit we had in like, you know, in the last century technology.
Yeah.
Damn, from the 1900s?
Yeah,
Damn.
1900s.
God dang. But yeah.
I did. I didn't. I almost got to the very end. Did everybody watch the episode 1 of Ironheart?
I watched
I
the
did
first
watch.
one. The first
Okay,
one.
I watched the first episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think we all watched at least the first episode.
yeah.
I
So
watched
Blue,
first episode.
you start us off, Blue. What do you think?
Honestly, it was it was hard to watch, to be honest. Like I kind of didn't understand what was going on because like they kept kind of jumping around and like I know she's smart. She's in MIT and she talked about the whole Wakanda thing, but like it was just all over the place. I didn't understand what's going on. Like she's like hustling to get money for her project, but like she's at MIT, but then like once. Sorry, it just came out the other day, so there's 24
Yeah,
hour
don't spoil
rule.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, it just wasn't doing it for me. I mean, I'm not sure if it was maybe the acting or like what was I don't know. It was a slow burn for me. Like I was kind of bored the first episode, but it was once again it was just the first episode. We got to see her Ironheart suit for a little bit, but yeah, I don't know about this one. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, so I just watched the first one literally before I started the podcast, and yeah, the first episode is slow. I kept up with everything because Riri's in a bunch of other shows, and if you watch all those, you kind of know what to expect. And there's like some of the characters that are introduced in this show. Like one of them, which is not a spoiler because like you see him in the previews, Hood is a very interesting villain who can potentially be like super powerful. So we'll see where they go in the show with that. But yeah, the beginning it's a little slow, but it's just the first episode. I'm gonna continue to watch. But if it continues to be slow, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
It's even when the hood showed up, I was like, my dude, did you just fart?
What?
What?
Did somebody just fart?
No.
Like somebody just
Nope.
ripped one.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, when the hood showed up, I was like, yo, man, that doesn't look fucking cool at all. Like, it looked like somebody doing LARP.
Yeah, but
Like,
wait
it looks
until
very LARPish.
yeah. There's like well, I don't want to spoil shit, but yeah, he's in the comics. There's like I forget he had like a series where he was like kind of the main villain guy. He was like fucking shit up. So
But this is the same hood that's from the Ten Rings, right?
was he in Ten Rings?
Well, he wasn't in there, but the hood was, because that's what the Chen. Wow, what's the last name? What's the name?
Shang-Chi?
Yeah,
Shang-Chi?
Chen. His sister had the red hood on
Did she? I gotta go back and
before
rewatch that. It's been a
before
while.
she killed him, or whatever.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the part two? Because I didn't watch the second.
No, there's only one
There's
movie.
two? There's only one. I thought there was two. Are they making another one?
No. They're talking about it, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm consistent with everyone's kind of, or at least old ninja, or not old ninja, Blue and Cronus's sentiment. It's a little slow. There was one thing that kind of had me rolling my eyes, and I think this is not a spoiler out of context, but the elevator scene. I was like, it was weird to me, but
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll try to stick through to, if it doesn't capture me by the end of episode 2 or 3, then it may just not be for me. I'm not going to shit on it completely, and I think what they're trying to do is commendable in terms of they're showing this black girl college student. She's obviously really brilliant. I will say they over mentioned Tony a little bit for me in episode 1. Like every 5 minutes it was like Tony and Tony.
It's like watching Spider-Man
movie.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus,
Hey, Prodigy, don't worry. If you don't like it, Prodigy will convince you to rewatch it. All right.
Or Old Ninja.
Yeah.
Sorry, Old
Yeah.
Ninja. Old Ninja will convince you to rewatch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I will say this too. I mean, it doesn't warrant some of the overtly racist rating bomb before it even came out. That it got on there. I mean, that's predictable shit. We've seen that a million times. But at the same time, it wasn't so overwhelmingly great that I'm like, okay, I can't wait to watch episode 2. I'm gonna stay up late, you know what I mean, and put that on immediately. I'll see what happens, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, you're not gonna miss a podcast like you're playing Elden Ring or some shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Done that before.
Isn't the first 3 episodes? Didn't they drop the first 3?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
next
first
3 is
three
next week.
Dropped.
Okay. Yeah, I only watched the first one. So I'm
I'm
watching this mainly because of Ryan Coogler. He's a producer on the show, so they tapped into him a lot. So
I think he was.
okay.
Isn't he executive producing?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think he might be producer or executive producer. He's producing in some capacity, but they keep interviewing him about the show, and he's been working with them closely on it and helped them develop the show. So I'm like, okay, let me see what this is about. So I watched the first episode. I think I might have fucked up. I think I was reading some too much shit, and I think people, the hood may be another character, and people might have spoiled that shit. So I'm like, fuck. So I might have fucked up, but we'll see. I mean, I figured like the first episode shouldn't be all action and shit like that. I think we're just getting used to her side of Chicago, so we'll see. I mean, it wasn't all like super crazy, but it has like a weird vibe to it. I want to say, like it doesn't feel exactly like a TV series or a movie. It's like a weird in between.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with it for now. I'm gonna watch the other 2 episodes, but we'll see.
Does it feel like a miniseries? Because that's what it is, actually.
Maybe.
So
I don't
what's
know.
funny? There were miniseries like in the '90s that I remember vividly,
Yeah.
and I got used to that cadence where it was like maybe as long as basically a movie, but it was like episodic at the same time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But if something has 8 or 10 episodes, that's not a miniseries. You know?
Yeah. I mean, and
Mm,
there's
Yeah,
there's been other short shows that have done. They hook you in like the first episode. You know what I mean? Like they're much more compelling. This one was not as compelling as I wanted it to be. But like I said, I'm gonna keep watching it. And yes, I'm gonna keep watching it because it's a black created content, so they get more leeway than other shows.
Yeah.
I don't even feel bad about that shit. So yeah.
God dang.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
Okay.
for sure.
kind of rewind and tape on what's the Indian show, the Indian girl show,
Miss Marvel.
Oh,
Miss
Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
And actually she's Pakistani, so
Mhm.
Okay, my bad. Okay. That's me being ignorant. But yeah, like for Miss Marvel, like I thought that show started off pretty good. Like I was kind of invested from the get go. So, like even though the show didn't do pretty well, I thought it was still pretty
I like the
entertaining.
show.
I mean,
I watched it all. Yeah.
yeah, it had
Yeah,
its
I
like
watched all
kind
of
of
it.
downsides, but I enjoyed it, and it
Actually,
kind
I
of
thought
lead
the
into
other
the Marvel series, which was kind of cool.
one. I mean, I'm gonna stick with it. I mean, I feel like Miss Marvel had not a slow burn, but it started a little slow. But I stuck with it because I was super intrigued. But this one, I feel like Riri had like because she's introduced first in Wakanda Forever, so
correct.
now she gets her own little thing. So I wanted to see how much of Wakanda Forever is gonna bleed into the show, and how much they want to do just like a Riri thing that's just her. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Brandon said tomorrow's headline: Local streamer reignites India-Pakistan relations.
Oh,
My bad.
damn.
Oh man.
All
He's
of a
starting
sudden,
World War III with nukes, man.
Still calling people
so
almighty too.
yeah, so
Yeah.
tomorrow Blue's gonna go
She was
outside.
Miss
He's
Marvelous.
gonna see, yeah, Blue's gonna see a black dot in the fucking sky. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" As he gets closer to the fucking chair, he's like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
oh
man.
shit."
Yeah, man.
But
She's
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try watching more. I hope I didn't fuck this up by reading spoilers and shit. But I'm gonna see what happens. I heard there's other characters that will from the overall MCU that will be in the show. There's rumors that some of the people from Spider-Man will pop
no,
up in
no,
this, so
no,
we'll
no, no,
see.
no, no, no. Don't spoil nothing. Don't.
That's a rumor.
All right.
So
One quick thing to throw in here is the people that are doing review bombs for this series, like they haven't even seen like the full thing, and they're saying like it's trash and this and that. I mean, like first episode, yeah, it was kind of slow, but like they're going into depth about how like bad it is. It's like, yo, you haven't even watched the whole entire series. Like, just kind of give it a chance.
bro, that's
I mean,
probably
even
all
before it
Chad.
even came out, people were
Excuse me.
reviewing
Yeah.
bombing it.
Well, and I think there's something that I bring up on the podcast every now and again is that not every show is made for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you can just not watch and just move on with your day. Like there's plenty of shows that I've watched and I haven't liked, and I don't feel the need to shit all over it. Like it's for somebody, especially when it comes to like it's literally a movie, a show about a genius black girl, and it's like you're probably not a teenage black girl if you're watching
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
So if you don't understand some of the themes or something like that, or if you don't feel like it's it's not representing you, and you don't understand, it's like that's by design.
Yeah.
But if you're a curious person, maybe you should watch it and see kind of what it's all about, and like maybe look up some of the references. But you don't have to do that. But you also don't have to go on every single reviewing platform and like review bomb it. Just like, hey, it's not for me. Move on. Like you literally have better shit to do in your life.
You should.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm starting to feel like some of these review bombs are Chat GPT shit. People just put a bunch of shit, have it
Yeah.
post options, and they just post it. So
I can't. There's a movie I watched recently, and I was like, you know what, this ain't for me. I just turned it off because oh god, there's something I watched recently, and I was like, I can't. Like this movie isn't targeted to me, and I just stopped and turned it off.
Yeah.
Even though it got really good reviews, I was like, no, I can't watch this. This
Oh,
is boring as hell.
this
You know what
My
was
Little
good?
Pony.
No, it wasn't a pony. I
My Little
would have
Pony's
been down with
actually
My
really
Little Pony.
good.
Yeah,
I fuck with My Little Pony.
the bronies are real.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let me quickly tell you about something that is for everybody. Goddamn it! That goddamn Dan to Dan fucking movie was spec
Missed that.
fucking.
Oh, you
Yeah.
watched it?
It
I
comes out like
dude,
next week, right?
yeah.
The show? Yeah.
The, obviously, it's sort of a movie. I'll put an asterisk by it. It's basically 4 episodes of season 2 strung together with the director interview afterwards or
Yeah.
whatever. So
That's what they did with fucking Demon Slayer,
Yeah,
the Mugen
Mugen
Train.
Train. Yeah.
They literally made it a
exactly,
movie and released it as a series. But they also did it
exactly.
with Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Super, they did that.
I mean, so it's not really a movie, but I did see it in the fucking theater. High quality animation. You're gonna love season fucking 2. Like exactly the way it starts. Different themes and all of that from season 1 in a certain way, but you still get the fucking fun characters like Momo and Miss ISA and all of them and Gigi and all of them that you fucking love from season 1. I love how these first 4 episodes are for season 2 of Dan to Dan. And you said what? It comes out on
It's coming out
streaming,
soon. I want to say next week, but let me just fact check myself.
something
I
like
don't really
that.
fucking know.
Has it been that long since Danadan dropped? Because I feel like it's been like a year.
Yeah, I think it's been a little less than a year.
Yeah, it drops July 3rd. So yeah, it
See?
is next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, that is.
Next week.
Damn, that's in 2 weeks. Or
And it's coming
isn't
out.
it?
One
It's
week.
coming out
That's next
everywhere.
week, yeah.
It's coming out on
Yourself.
Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Hulu. So
I
if you
can't
got any of
fucking
those,
believe
you
it.
got it.
And
I've
here's how
been
you
seeing it
know.
for
God
my.
damn.
Here's how you know it was fucking great. Even though I saw it in the fucking theater, I'm gonna watch that shit on Netflix or
Yeah.
Crunchyroll as soon as it's out again.
Nice.
That
Oh,
shit
shit.
on point.
You know what was really good that I was kind of surprised? There was the Predator was it Badlands?
Oh, Kill the Killers.
Killer
Kill the
Killers, yeah,
Killers.
Killer of Killers?
Killer of Killers, yes.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
It
Like
was dope.
I was very surprised. So it's on Hulu and it's basically
Mm-hmm.
action packed. Like you get like little mini stories of like these people that happen to have killed a predator. And then
Like,
I'm not gonna spoil the end, but it's really dope, like the way that everything happens.
well, are we talking about like To Catch a Predator type stuff, or are we talking about like Alien
No.
Like the
Predator?
alien predator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, Kill a Killer.
Yeah, you get to see a bunch of like different predator technology. You get to see a bunch of different kinds of predators. They get to go back to like I think one of the predator planets. It's really cool, and like the characters in it are pretty well written, and they all have like their own like pluses and minuses and like how good they are at stuff. So it's like it was really cool.
Yeah, the
Blu-ray, right?
fight sequences are actually pretty fucking awesome. I was like,
Yeah,
holy
that,
shit.
that fucking the Viking chick with the shields. I was
Oh,
like,
she
God
gave
damn.
no fuck. She gave
Yeah.
no fuck.
Wait,
Fucking awesome.
was there a Predator movie series on Hulu where they like go back to like Native American times, right?
It was a
people were
movie.
like,
That was Prey. That's Prey.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a movie, I believe.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know because people give
Yeah,
that shit like, oh, they're Native American. How are they gonna fight off some alien, whatever, such. It's like that's what fucking predators would do. They go to a fucking place and they basically try to fight that culture to see if they can survive. And sometimes they win, sometimes they lose.
Yeah, and there's predator code. So like if you have a projectile weapon, then they'll probably use one too. But if you're just like using something that's handheld, then that's what they'll use. So yeah.
I was talking to poor homie Quan, and he's all because he was talking all this shit about Prey, how this little girl can beat a predator and with her little bow and arrow. And I talked to him. I thought about it. When we see the Predator films, every single Predator has died by human hands by some like super conventional weapon, by like some fucking stick or a fucking big ass fucking tree or a fucking.
A tree's a conventional weapon.
Well, I mean, if you cut it down and knock it down on somebody.
That's
Like,
not
like,
conventional.
It was a booby trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a booby trap. I mean, the only one I think was when Predator 2 where he uses his own weapon to like gut him.
Yeah.
But everything else, they find makeshift weapons to take them out. Like almost all of them have died by like just like sticks and stones, almost, or bows and arrows or some shit. So
I posted in the chat. I said, well, in the Bible, a kid killed a giant with a rock. So I mean, it's kind
True.
of makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah, very true. A very large man. He wasn't just like a normal sized man too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Killer of Killers is very entertaining. And it's a full on like movie. It's like almost 2 hours or 90 minutes or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
fucking good.
It's quite enjoyable.
It was definitely enjoyable.
Not to sidetrack real quick, but I just happened to be scrolling through Amazon Prime today, or actually yesterday, and an animated series showed up called RoboCop. I can't remember what it's called. It's RoboCop. I posted it in the chat.
Yeah,
I think I'm about to see what it said.
You know what's funny is like when you first posted it, I was like, "What is this?" And then I heard the theme song. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I know this theme song. I watched that cartoon back in the day.
Yeah, I like never seen this cartoon before. It looks like it's a RoboCop Alpha Commando.
Wait, is it a series or a game?
It's a series. It's a TV series that came out in like the 90s.
No,
And
shit.
I started watching it. Like the animation style is very similar to Spider-Man. Was it 2099? I think it was. Like the Spider-Man series that came after the Spider animated series. But I started watching it, and I was like, man, this series is so bad. Like the animation. I mean, animation style is pretty cool, but like the show starts off in Washington D.C. 2020, so it's already 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Crazy. But then it skips ahead to 2030, and I'm like, yo, we're so far behind of what we thought the future would be like. It's so depressing. I think the Jetsons was like predicted for like 2015, and we're like already behind on that one.
Well, no. So you know what's funny? So when it comes to like the future back in the past, like what they thought it was gonna be like, it's like yeah, it seems like it is like we are behind, but we're not. Like what none of those shows had was like the internet. You know what I mean? They didn't have like people with like cell phones that had like access to like all of human creation like in the palm of their fucking hands. But no, we don't have flying cars. You know what I mean? And
we can't teleport either.
Yeah, we don't have like we have some robots, but they're just like they're kind of in like the prototype phase. But there's a lot of shit that we do have now they did not predict back then.
What's kind of cool is I think in back like right now on the podcast we're literally in 4 different locations. Yeah. We're having a video conversation, and like Back to the Future, they predicted that pretty accurately. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I watched the series, and
that's right. They had literally a Zoom call. And he got fired on a Zoom call.
Yeah, he got fired.
Actually, was hella funny.
Was it Martin McFly got fired on a Zoom call? I said in the podcast.
But then he did receive a fax, which is I don't know. Last time I saw a fax machine.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure.
Printer can fax, but that doesn't really fucking count.
So Blue, I know that you're concerned that we're kind of behind, but probably in a few months we're probably about to be blasted back to the Stone Age. I'm just saying.
Most likely.
So I'm not really that concerned. So I'm gonna enjoy what we got now.
So
for now,
Blue, I actually have I have an e-fax machine. I needed because I needed to fax some stuff to VA, and apparently you can get spam on your fax machine.
Yep.
So I've been getting spam on it. I was like, what the fuck? You guys are literally faxing people random shit.
You know what? I remember the company I used to work for, we had a fax machine, and we would just get random, like, fax stuff. Like, it was like, how? Like, why? Like, how is this working? But you actually get e-fax it.
It's the best way to send dick pics now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Because you never know how long it is until the whole fax is done.
There you go.
Again, why is this 5 pages long?
Yeah, what the fuck is this? That's fucking hilarious.
Remember fax machines used to have like a roll of paper, and it would like cut it to size. And now, I mean, some of them just have like 8x10, but like some of them used to have rolls. They just
dot matrix. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, those things were so loud. Fucking A.
Fucking A, man. What was I gonna mention too? I've been playing like this Call of Duty Zombies. It's got its fucking hooks back in me. I fucking love it. I need to beat every single map. I've not beaten any of the standard maps. I've only done the directed, like the easy mode kind of shit. So I got to get some good squad playing for that. Hopefully we can get on there this coming weekend or whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see if I be there. So my go-to guy, he should be there. I mean, he's there every weekend, but you're not up during RNH, so that's when he operates. So.
All right. He's a family man.
I know.
I know that. So is my dude.
Oh.
And like, so
he doesn't like his family though.
Yeah.
I mean, he might not. I don't know. But he's our go. He knows all the Easter eggs. He knows how to get his thing now is getting through the standard as quick as possible, using whatever team he gets. He doesn't care as long as everyone has a mic. He will push everyone to get through it as quick as possible, as long as you follow directions. So he's pretty good at about it. With him, I beat all the standards, and so
Nice.
now
Okay.
he's going through the directed now because
Okay.
there's different fucking calling cards. So I want that one now. Oh, let's do directing now. I'm like, are you serious? So
Let's go.
it's just funny. It's funny to me. So,
All right.
but yeah, hopefully he'll be on. He'll be on literally in like 10 minutes. But this weekend, hopefully we can link up. We'll get you some at least maybe one or two standards.
You know what's
Sounds
coming
good.
out soon that I want us all to get on is Borderlands 4.
Oh, I saw
Yes.
That drops, I think, September 12th.
Yes.
It's looking amazing. They're actually making significant changes to the game because of a play test that they had. They flew in a bunch of like popular streamers into San Francisco to like their main location, and they got to play the game for like a bunch of hours. They got to play boss battles and some regular gameplay as well. And they gave feedback. And one of them was I guess they got rid of the mini map, and everybody complained about it, and they put it back in already. So that's one fix. And apparently they fixed like the legendary drop rates. Because remember, like in Borderlands 3, like you can get legendaries like all the time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So now they're gonna make legendaries like rare again.
Good.
And like I watched like one of the boss battle, and like the mechanics was just like it was like the most intricate boss battle in Borderlands that I've ever seen. There's like multiple stages. You had to like do all this other extra shit. So it looked really cool.
That sounds some like Destiny raid shit.
Yeah.
One of the greatest thing about Borderlands is how they would post up the keys. Like them post up the codes for the keys. That's like probably like great advertising to get somebody to play your game.
Shit.
It's like
what's
cool about it too is that like once one person saw it, everybody was posting it. Like Kronos was definitely on it. Was when he's like, hey, here's the code, jump on there now. Like get your whatever loot crate you need to get right now, and fucking let's do this.
So you know what's fucked up? They still post that shit. It's not as frequent, but every now and then, like literally last summer, they posted Borderlands 2 keys. I'm like, Borderlands 2? Here's some free shit for Borderlands 2. So I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck is this?
This year, at some, I forget what, they were at some event, and they had somebody that was wearing a shirt and it had a key on it, and that key gave you 10 golden keys to every single Borderlands game, including Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's marketing genius right there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I agree, Kronos. Let's definitely get on there at launch. Let's make that fucking happen.
Yeah, that'll probably be the next game I'll pick up.
They're always fun.
Yeah, they're always fun.
The one game I wish we were all on because we all have access to it is the FBC Firebreak game. Even though it's 3-player co-op, it's set in the world of Control, and that's just like wacky, crazy, creepy shit.
I saw
it's fucking fun.
Monsters.
Yeah, there's those things are crazy, and there's different ways. There's one giant post-it monster. I'm like, what the fuck? You can literally die by post-its, which is fucking hilarious, but also kind of fucking annoying at the same time. But it's fucking great. There's like 5 different maps, and each map has 3 different levels, and you can change how creepy or how hard you want it. It's fucking great. Like I was addicted, and it's on PSN, PC, fucking Xbox, like cross-platform, and it's like available through all the free networks. We should all be on it as far as I'm concerned. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely a fun co-op fucking game.
Oh, did you stream it out? Did you stream out playing some FBC?
I did when it dropped last week.
I think Brandon watched some because he said he
did. He jumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, he watched me when I first booted the game. He was up in there. I was trying to figure shit out. It's a little weird to figure shit out. Like there's multiple classes and different loadouts, and like they give you more guns than I thought they did. I thought they didn't give you 3 guns. There's like 7 guns and shit. You gotta level them up. I'm like, holy shit. So it's been pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. So
all right.
Oh, one thing real quick. I don't know if y'all heard. I heard a rumor that there's a season 2 of Ninja Kamui coming, like this summer.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah,
I'm down for
so
that.
I'm like, holy shit, I'm with
it. Down. All right, y'all want to wrap it?
Yeah,
sure.
Let's do it. Old Ninja, what you got?
Rubber.
What you got this week, Old Ninja?
Not a whole lot. I'm definitely gonna be playing some FBC Firebreak. Hopefully, this weekend. I'm gonna try to get on some standard zombies. with because Stitch has been on it too. So trying to run everybody through that shit. Am I going out of town? I might be going out of town like on the weekend, but it's kind of iffy right now. But I'm just gonna be chilling at home. It's getting a little warm in the Bay, so I've been like trying to stay near fans and stuff, and just kind of twitch out. Oh, I'm trying to keep up, even though I'm not officially a part of the book club. I've been reading more, so I've been trying to finish some of my books that I've had for like 2 years.
Dungeon Crawler,
So,
read it. Everybody, read Dungeon Crawler,
so
Carl.
that's
Just read
Dude.
it.
that's my next. That's my
I just finished
either
4.
my next book after when I finish what I'm reading. Because I have it literally right here behind me, so I'm probably gonna start that.
What book are you on?
I have the first one.
Have you read?
Hardcover.
Have you gone through like 2 and 3 and 4?
I haven't
gone that
read
far?
any of it. I've never read any of it.
Oh,
Never read
dude.
any of it.
Oh man,
I-
I'm fucking hooked.
There's
Yeah,
the web series starts next month. I think on the 12th.
Yeah.
There's a web series too?
Yeah, webtoon comic starts on the 12th.
Holy shit. So, yeah, I was hoping that Jump Ship would have been out by now, but it's not. I think it's still in pre-alpha testing, whatever the fuck they got.
It's probably
But
on
I'm
Steam.
still keeping an
I
eye
could
on
probably
it.
play it. I could probably play it on Steam.
Oh yeah, if you're on PC, yeah, you can totally play it, but it's not. Apparently, it's not the full game. I think they're still testing some shit.
That's how
But
all early
apparently,
access is,
yeah. So it's still gonna be out. I'm waiting for that shit to drop. Yeah, that's kind of it for me.
Okay. Old, or actually, Blue, what you got?
First I'm gonna talk about what I did last week. So if you live in the Bay Area, there's this little amusement park, family amusement park called Gilroy Gardens. That if you have a kid, you should definitely take your kids there because it's such a chill little cool spot. They have like very kid friendly rides that your kids can get on. It's when we were there, like I've been there. This is my second time ever going there, and it's very chill spot. It's not very crowded. I mean, the lines are, I don't know, maybe like a 30-minute wait, but like my son had a good time. I wish I'd have known they had like, because it's also a semi water park too. They have an area where kids can like play in the water. I knew they had it, but I kind of didn't want to like, I don't know, I guess deal with my kid being wet and all that drama, whatever. But yeah, they have a little water park, so in summertime it's gonna get kind of hot. You can go there. If you buy your tickets online, you save like $15 versus buying tickets at the door. So yeah, you should definitely check that out. I just finished. I mean, Kronos was mentioning Dungeon Crawler Crawl, and I just finished the fourth book, which was like I can't remember what it's called. The third book is the Anarchist Cookbook, but the second one's called something else.
So
I just finished that one.
The Gate of the Feral Gods, maybe?
Yeah, it's Gate of the Feral Gods. I just finished that one, and like, damn, the series. Like, when I first started the book series, I was like, okay, it's a little. Like, it took me a while to get used to like the style of the book because I like went from reading like Jeremy Johnson's books to like this one, so it took me a while to get used to the storyline. But like, yeah, I kind of stuff with Kronos to talk about like Donut Cat is fucking hilarious. Like, just her persona alone is fucking hilarious, and her fucking dinosaur and like all the different things that happen.
Longo, yeah.
Longo. But yeah, I mean it's a really good series. I try not to, because I think there's 7 or 8 of them, and I'm on number 4. I'm trying to like slowly go through them. So what I'm trying to do yeah, it's a lot of books. I'm trying to like 1 month I'll do Dungeon Crawl, but then like within that month I'll read something else. Like I'll go because I have audiobooks. I have Amazon Music. Amazon Music gives you 1 audiobook per month, so I'll get a book through them. And then I have 2 different library apps. I have Hoopla and Libby, and I'll try to rent a book through them. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to listen to audiobooks from like books you should have read in high school. Yeah. And so right now I'm listening to 1984.
That's a great
book.
Man.
Shit.
Yeah, by Orson Welles. So I'm listening to that one right now, which is
fucked up.
Yeah, it's so far like there's like I listened to the audiobook and the guy's like talking about how like he has this coworker this young coworker who walks down the hallway. And he gets mad about her being like young and beautiful, and he talks about like the stuff that he wants to do to her, like kill her or like R-word her, and like I was like, what the hell? What?
Oh, I think they call SA. He wants to SA
they
her.
say FA, but yeah, they want to R-word her too. But I'm like, damn, I'm only like, this is only chapter 1. Like at least for the audiobook is chapter 1. Other than that, just still trying to unpack and get used to. Oh, like I mentioned earlier, I went to or Diablo Diablo Canyon Brewery today. But so
Oh,
I mean,
you in Devil's
Devil
Canyon?
Canyon, yeah. But I went to this thing at work. There was a guy there who makes he makes spices using like smoked wood, so it has like a smoky flavor to it.
The
But he also
fuck is
has
that?
like this old fashioned syrup that has like a smoky taste to it. It's a cocktail syrup. But like man, this stuff is like really good. It gives your old fashioned like a smoky taste to it. Like some places they do like the whole smoke and they like put it on your drink and they cover it up whatever. And so you basically get like secondhand fucking cigarette smell or whatever. But this actually adds a flavor to it. It's called Whiskey Oaks, and the guy is based in San Jose. It's a small little startup business. He only like goes to farm markets. So if you're here in the Bay, check out some of the farm markets down in San Jose. I think he goes to the San Pablo one in San Jose. You can find him there. And this is like $20, and it's a good portion. But yeah, just shout out to that dude because I'm really enjoying the drink, and I'm going to get another one next time. Once this one runs out, I'm gonna get another one.
For sure. So, really quick, this is the book I got for Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is book 1, it says. So,
Yeah,
the pink
yeah.
book, yeah, it's book 1. This is all I got so far, so.
That's a thick book. Yeah,
I know, yeah, it's the guy's book.
They get thicker. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
They get thicker and longer. Giggity.
That sounds terrible, actually.
For
The
her.
Yeti. Oh, shit. Oh.
Thick and veiny.
Oh, my God.
Cronus, what you got?
over last week I went to the Museum of Illusions in San Diego. It's downtown, and it was pretty cool. I went with my daughter. Check it out if you're ever in the area. It's neat to see like some of the illusions that they have. They have this one room where basically you walk down like a catwalk, but like things are spinning around you, and like really throws off your center of balance. It was funny to watch people just like kind of fall over in there. But yeah, it's not a very big museum, but it's cool to check out. Also, there's the Wonder Museum, the WNDR Museum in San Diego, that is really cool to check out too. I've been there a couple times. Other than that, I'm still sober, but this Saturday I'm coming off sobriety because it's been a month. I've lost a little over 10 pounds. There's like a jiu-jitsu beach party thing that I'm going to go to. I'm definitely going to drink there and eat carbs again because carbs are yummy, but yeah, I needed a break. So I'm looking forward to that and having like a normal diet again until October. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got. Yeah, and I'll be up in the base sometime to get my bike, but I don't know if they're not done with it yet. So yeah, probably next week or the week after that, I'll probably schedule to come up there. But it'll be for like a day, literally get my bike and ride back down. So
It's all good.
that's all I got.
Good
yeah,
shit.
let me know when you're up here because maybe we can coordinate something, or I don't know. Maybe the sweetness. Let me drive my car down there with you, just to be like kind of a pacer car.
Yeah,
Make sure you're down there safe.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Good shit. I ain't got nothing. All I'm trying to do is play some goddamn zombies this fucking weekend and chillax. You know what I mean? I'm glad it's fucking summertime.
Trying to stay nuclear free.
Exactly.
Wait, has it been hot down there for you guys? This little tiny thingy.
A little bit. It's been like in the 70s, like mid to high 70s. Like
yeah,
everybody else is like it's like burning. They're burning a lot. Like
yeah.
my daughter, it's been like in the 90s and it's like 50% humidity and fucking rain.
Oh hell no!
So yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty chill here in the Bay Area. Knock on wood, because I don't want to get fucking hot at all. But I saw a video where a guy, his porch literally caught on fire. He had he had some kind of plants that I guess they died, but like it was so hot that they burst into flames.
God damn.
Damn.
All right, old ninja, take us out.
Really quickly, I opened up with Bigfoot and Yeti. If you have not seen this, there's the Bigfoot and Yeti AIs. There are some that are together, some that are separate, and I was down this rabbit hole for the whole fucking week. Some of that shit has been utterly fucking hilarious. Some of this shit is just out of control. Some shit's just downright racist, but it's still kind of funny. But still, it's taken over. The AI's been out of control the last 2 weeks for me. Like, there's just been too much just crazy shit. Like the one with the Disney princesses that were running around like after party shit, and like the the Harry Potter shit, the what's the other one? Just crazy shit. If you have not seen it, it's like all over TikTok, YouTube, um, any social media platform. It's all over there. Just look up
Dude,
Bigfoot and Yeti AI. Some of the shit's fucking hilarious.
wait,
So
wait till you discover Velma AI.
who?
That Velma, like from Scooby Doo, Velma.
Oh
Her
no, I
AI.
don't. I can't
No,
do
it
that.
it just dropped today. Like somebody created an
Oh
account for
no,
Velma, and it's. Oh no, yes. You once you see it, you're like, okay.
I've seen so much AI shit. So the one that I saw over the weekend where Bigfoot meets Batman, that shit
Right.
was
Damn.
fuck.
That was fucking funny.
That shit was fucking
That was fucking
hilarious.
funny.
It's so fucking hilarious. Anyway,
What are you doing with all these
use.
robins?
You just experienced Blacker Than Black times Infinity, the dankest podcast on the internet. Just check us out anywhere and everywhere with BthanBTI. That's BthanBTI. Just know that every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific ish time, we go live on YouTube and Twitch. So you can watch us there if you want to see what we look like. You can always chat with us and be part of the discussion. Check out our official website, benheadproductions.squarespace.com/BthanBTI. We have a Discord. We're on most social medias. I don't think we're on True Social, but we're on everything else.
No.
And then you can you can email us at BthanBTI@gmail.com. Let us know if you want to join our Discord, if you have questions or whatever. Please try not to send dick pics. Just saying.
Fax them.
Better be more than one page too.
Oh, damn.
I'm kidding.
Damn.
All right, we're off this bit.